Okay, so I think I'm okay now. I just want to make sure I got the right thumbnail there and make sure I got the volume, which I'm pretty sure I do. Close that out and open up a new tab for the YouTube. And yeah, that's there. Okay. Hey, well, good morning, guys. And yeah, that over there, 'cause that was my wife's snack yesterday. I just wanted she was in my room and I just didn't want a bunch of distraction this morning. So, well, I hope you can hear me okay. Put my microphone up to my mouth. Hey, good morning, Tamika. Well, first of all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a returning member, welcome back. And if you're a new member, could you please share, like, and smash that subscribe button? It definitely helps the channel. Well, I just wanted to give a midweek update and let you know how everything is going. I'm a lot less depressed than I was the other day. Yesterday, I went to the doctor's yesterday for a final visit with the hip doctor. And I had some good news to report on the hip, anyways. He told me that we did a complete X-ray on the right hip and on the left hip that was replaced that we thought was fractured, and he took a really closer look at it through an MRI also, and he said that the hip was never fractured. It was just a what showed up on the X-ray that looked like a fractured hip was one of my vessels, and so I felt really good and happy about that. However, I did have a slight muscle strain on the backside of my thigh. We suspected it was a slight hamstring strain, and which caused a lot of discomfort in that particular area. And I over pushed it one day about a week or two ago, and it's been healing pretty really nicely. And I feel really happy and really blessed. And so I'm going to continue with the weight loss journey, and going to have a couple of good videos coming up in the next couple of weeks as far as the what is next for Ron's Keto Cafe. Now, this morning I posted a low carb spaghetti sauce recipe that I made yesterday. It called for a cup of sugar on the original recipe that I wrote down from my family recipe. So, what I ended up doing is I ended up replacing the regular sugar with confectionate swerve. And if the whole recipe bothers you, just don't watch it, you know. But I've been having a lot of requests on how I make spaghetti sauce, and I my mom had four kids. I'm a second oldest of three other sisters that I have. I got one older sister and two younger sisters, and and my mom was divorced and she had to live off of a tight budget, and she managed very well with four kids, and she did a remarkable job bringing us up. And we lived off of spaghetti sauce, and she made a lot of homemade bread and homemade pasta. And she wasn't Italian, but when you have a large family, you have to do what you have to do to survive. And Donna and I are no different. We're in that age bracket where I have to do a lot of low carb meals, and so I made the sauce, spaghetti sauce, and it was a meat sauce, and I was going to do meatballs, but I just felt like doing a meat sauce for a change, and it came out really, really good. It was really spicy for me and Donna last night because I had forgotten to put the sugar in it. So when I ended up realizing that I had some confectionate swerve, so I ended up putting the swerve in, and it was fine. It was all right. And again, don't judge my food because I don't judge your food. Don't judge mine. So what I'm going to do with a lot of that particular sauce is I'm going to get some of that spaghetti squash, and we'll peel off all that, and I'll make some zucchini, spiral zucchini again, and we'll use that for a spaghetti substitute for the pasta, because the goal is for the next couple of weeks here, since we're heading into the a new season in spring. The challenge is going to be to go back to old school keto and to follow it very strict with no processed foods, and make sure I drink my water intake, and try to average about 3,000 to 5,000 steps a day until I get fully healthy with my hamstring or slight muscle strain, and push it up to about 5 to 10,000 steps a day. If I have to go 2 or 3 different walks per day, I'll do it that way. And if it's raining out, I'll go down to the mall area and go walking or someplace where it's safe for me and not muddy. But yeah, I was really depressed for a while. then like my friend Anne Marie, she was saying, yeah, Ron, you let too many things bother you, and I get that part of it, but I felt it was just time right now to just to step back from Facebook and just take a little bit of breather from that and continue on with the YouTube channel, putting out recipes for you guys. Sunday is St. Patrick's Day, and I'm not Irish, but we do like corned beef and cabbage. So I made one last night. I woke up this morning about 5 o'clock, and I put everything all in the crock pot, and that's going right now. And we'll be eating that a little later. And I'll just do a little bit of carrot and cabbage and the corned beef, and my wife will do the potato, and it should be good. And the problem with the corned beef, I got a huge humongous piece and it shrunk down to half the size because it's been cooking, for a few hours now, and you could really smell it really good. And what's really great is they put pickle spice in the little packet, and they just put it over the top of the vegetables with an onion and just let it go. And now the cabbage here, I'll cook the cabbage up separately because I didn't want a mushy cabbage, so I'll put that in the Instant Pot for about 10 minutes, and it'll be nice and soft and tender. And then we'll have that. And cabbage is fine. Carrots is not really keto, but you can eat them within moderation. Potatoes is a no-go. Processed foods is a no-go. It all depends on what kind of level of keto that you're doing. I know some people that are doing dirty keto, which means they'll eat like a lot of processed foods, like processed cheese and meat like the kibasi and the hot dog and that sort of thing. And that kind of was what I was doing over the last 6 months since around June or maybe May of last year. And I thought I was ready to go on maintenance, and I was wrong because I fell within that trap category of, eating a lot of stuff and that I know wasn't supposed to eat, thinking that I could eat it and not be accountable for gaining weight from it. And as a result, I picked up about 40, 50 pounds. And I'm still okay with it, but the problem is I had my weight down to 200, and I want to go back to where it was. And I believe too that I'm still pushing off too much weight. And and in order for me to feel better about myself, I want to be able to get back into that size medium shirt that I was once in. I only hit that number once on the medium size, and I was down to a 32 pants, and now I'm back up to a 36 and a 38, depending on the stretchiness of the pants. So you can see there's quite a difference in my body chemistry changing and everything. So what I want to do is, like, again, I got a couple of new videos I'm going to be posting up later on in the week, and and how we're going to go about doing all this stuff, and help you guys out with a new set of measurements and photographs and stuff like that. Now, I think I said the 19th is the first day of spring. It's a new season. We're going to get the weight under control, and not having any luck right now on the job front, but I only went to Hanover so far, so I really hadn't really been looking yet. But I don't know. But even if I want to go back to school, go back to work right now. But as long as I can get by, I'm fine. And daughter is fine. The cat's fine, and I feel very, 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 very blessed this morning. Last night I went to bed about 12:30 last night. I started watching a movie on Netflix. It was a really, really good movie. It had to do with something called a Great One or something like that, but it was about a football player, I guess. Anyways, he was a walk-on with the Arkansas team and college, and in that particular time frame, nobody had ever made a football squad being a walk-on. He came out of high school, and he ended up losing the weight and getting healthy during the practice squads, and he becoming a football player and made All-American. Ended up getting drafted into pros, and then he ended up dying at the end. So, but it inspired me to what a lot of things that I learned from that particular movie from other YouTubers. Now, I just put out a video on Keto Rewind last night about how she's going to be doing some a challenge and going back to some of her older videos like I've been doing. So I'm going to have some more inspiration videos for you when I put out some more videos, and show you some of my older walking adventures that I had taken when I was climbing out Mount Wachusett in the Princeton area. And then when I was doing like Shoreland Farms, when I went up to the Pulpits Rock area and at Barrett Park, when I was walking up the fall, where they get a waterfall. And it's kind of really a steep climb. And I was doing all that. And I wanted to just to go back to doing some of that when this heals a little bit more. Friday's a little bit tough on me because I do the charity on Friday night there, and I don't want to be walking 5 miles if I do a 2-mile walk in the morning, and then I do a 3-mile average on a Friday night. and that's fine. Once it's healed, I'm fine. But I over pushed it there a couple of weeks ago, and I was really hurt when I got home. And I was right that when at that time I thought still had a broken hip area and or a slight fracture. And when he told me no, it was never fractured, I felt really okay, good. Then I'm really good to go. Other than just knowing how much I can walk and how much I can't walk. And today is like 40 degrees out, but the last 3 or 4 days has been terrible in our city, in our state. We've had a lot of heavy gusty winds and 40, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and it's bringing the temperature down to about 20 degrees or 10. And I'm not going to go walking in those type of conditions anymore. But I just, today's a nice calm day. I got my head. I got this is what I use for my headbuds right here. I put those in when I'm walking, and I'm kind of like in my own little world when I go walking. And I bring my mobile phone, I plug it in. I have a motivational Spotify playlist that I listen to. I listen to a music playlist that I made for walking because I like a lot of the oldies and stuff like that. And it's been really, really good. And so I didn't want to stay on too long this morning, but I just wanted to thank you guys and gals for understanding about my situation, my health, and everything. Um, I had a couple of people that I thought were friends of mine, and they were just busting my choppers. But I didn't need to hear that at the time because I'm trying to motivate everybody. But it made me think about, well, geez, maybe I just need to take a little bit of a break from Facebook and just continue concentrating on the YouTube channel and that sort of thing. Don't forget tonight's Wednesday night there. We got a game night tonight with Anne Marie. She does game night around 6:45, 6:30, somewhere around that time. And yeah, and then I watched that movie. I didn't get done to about 12:30, and then I had a good night's sleep last night. I'm a little bit draggy, but I'm okay. I've been up since 4:35, and I feel really good today. I did that recipe yesterday. I put it all together for you guys. Hope you enjoy that particular recipe. It's a basic standard sauce recipe that I've done over the years, and it could be any brand spaghetti that you put in. I ended up getting the Hunt's tomato sauce is what I ended up using. And I did have somebody comment on the video about, oh, Ron, your keto is not sugar. And I goes, I get that part of it. But I forgot that I re-edited it on the bottom, just put down the two different kinds of sugar. One if you're doing keto and one if you're not doing keto, you know. And if that's all you have on hand, that's all you have. And you don't even have to put sugar in it. The only reason why I put sugar in it is just to offset some of the acid taste, because it's some of the spicy taste, it makes it a little bit sweeter. And but some people put sugar in, some people don't. It all depends on the person how well you like it. And I made a really thick sauce. And if you want it to make thinner, just add it. Take one of those cans of sauce here, just put a little bit of water in, and add 1 or 2 cans of water. I've done that before too. But it's all good. I mean, I again is when it. This is why I'm going to be creating a whole new channel for recipes because and I'll talk about that too also in another video because people that are doing strict keto, they're judgmental. They're all keto police, and that Donna and I from time to time, I may not want to do keto one day and I have a regular meal one day, depending on how everything is going. If I'm not doing strict keto, or even if I am doing strict keto, I'll make meals with Donna, and I'm like, geez. I made a nice somebody was I don't know if you, Tamika, or somebody else was commenting on one of my posts. I said I made a nice roast beef, not roast beef, but made a nice beef stew for my wife with the dumplings, and she loved it. But I mean, I can't put that up on this channel because people comment on it. Oh, geez, that's not keto. That's why I wanted to create another YouTube channel. I'm still contemplating on a name. I'm still thinking about simple recipes, but I did create it, but I might just delete that channel and just redo a whole new one. There's nothing there yet. Any of those other channels that I have on my, other than Ron's Keto Cafe, and I have another channel that I was putting up recipes for a while there, but for keto. But I kind of want to just limit it to just this one over here and just do like a regular channel for regular recipes and some low carb, But that's pretty much what I had to say this morning. I'm going to get out there and do a little bit of walking for about an hour, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to relax and get the cabbage going. We're going to have that for today. Sunday for St. Patrick's Day, we'll probably have a regular simple meal that day. And now Jess was talking about, I on one of her older videos that I was watching, she, like if you're doing low carb keto, especially strict keto, the best thing for us to do is lay off the processed foods, the box foods, like the Oreo cookies and all that crap. And and that's how I was very successful. And I want to get my mind in a clear view. So for me, the best thing for me was doing the walking exercises. In the early days, I was going to the gym and all that stuff there, but I don't feel the gym is necessary for me because it's expensive. The insurance covers it. It's, you know, I enjoy being in the outdoor open air, and I could be by myself, and I could just kind of like sit back and relax and kind of like refresh my mind, and and have a good day of walking. And sometimes I take a lot of photography. Now in that downtown area, they're renovating the whole monument area right now, so you can't get much for photography because it's all fenced in and it looks like hell. But when it's completed, hopefully before the summertime hits or the late spring, it'll be really good to see all that done. You're taking a whole new series of photographs, and I got a lot of photographs from the last since 2015 when I came back to the city. Daughter and I lived in Plymouth for about a year, and I didn't like it. I was right next to the ocean. I was like literally like 100 yards from the ocean. Could have just walked down there and see the boats anytime coming in, the deep sea boats and the seagulls and all that. We lived right next to Plymouth Rock, and I could have just taken a stone and hit the rock. That's how close I lived. But I didn't like it there. I'm a homeboy, and she was from Plymouth. She's originally from Plymouth, and that's where I met her and everything. We've been together for 42 years now. Actually, it'll be 43. Actually, you know what? Our anniversary is coming up in 2 weeks. Hey, let me know in the show more if you're watching this. What should I get it this year for our anniversary? We'll be together for 43 years this year. So I don't know. Just thinking of maybe some flowers or something like that. Maybe just take her out for dinner. But our anniversary is the 28th of this month, and it's something when you're married to a spouse, it's something you don't forget. At least I hope you don't forget, because I'm sure your spouse will never let you forget it if you do, you know. But we've had our many shares and battles and ups and downs over the years. But in the end, we managed to stick together. It hasn't been all peaches and cream. We've had our differences, and times we thought about just leaving one another. Went through that Rudy too, and we managed to hang in there and stay together. And both of us trust our faith in God, and we've been together ever since. And I would encourage you to do the same thing, and don't give up on life, and don't give up on yourself, because I'm not giving up on myself, and I never have given up on life. I enjoy life, but I just, out of 3,000 Facebook followers that are actually on my Facebook page, and 2 people made a comment about something. And if that's only once a year, then I think I'm doing something right, But as far as Facebook goes, I'm just, holding back just a little bit. And I just want to just kind of like say, Ron, you need to know what's important to you, which is me and my health. And don't worry about what other people think so much. And I'll be fine. Be that said, I'm going to get going. I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk this morning. And don't forget it tonight. Anne Marie's got that thing tonight. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up and a like and all that good stuff. But anyways, if anybody hasn't told you this lately, you guys are amazing. I love you guys. You stay healthy, and thanks for coming in for no notice this morning. I just wanted to do a small live. I'm doing fine, and the hip's fine. Anyways, thank you so much. Bye.